listen to this.
Greetings, everyone. Today we will nurture wisdom for our minds, for our formless life essence that is empty yet pure. We do this so our minds may awaken from slumber, so our minds may see the truth that what we inhabit is merely a tool for learning, that we are pure essence. This is called guiding the mind home. It can be described as liberation from the world of illusion, or as liberation from the world of the matrix, as Westerners might say. Many foreigners still view this world we inhabit as a matrix world, to discover who we truly are, until we awaken from this matrix world. The matter is like this. There is a simple way to prove that we are not this physical body. We all know this already, but we simply fail to observe it. This body doesn't last long, isn't that right? Suppose this body has a lifespan of just 1 year. It exists for only 1 full year. And when this body reaches its 1-year mark, bang, the body disintegrates and dies. We exist within this simple question. Another aspect. When we fall into deep sleep, then wake up, live our day seeking sustenance until nightfall, until we begin to sleep once again. Throughout this day, we are busy with various matters, thinking continuously, playing with thoughts, playing with mental images, playing with emotions, playing with perceptions, playing with memories, constantly fabricating. Isn't that right? Then when evening comes and we're tired, we fall asleep. When asleep, everything is cut off completely. Where are we then? This is a basic question. We don't need to recall what others have said, don't need to remember any principles whatsoever. We ask our own hearts, when we fall into deep sleep, where do we disappear to? This means that when we are in deep sleep, we have no body. Isn't that right? Do you understand this point? When we are in deep sleep, thoughts are also absent, aren't they? Where do thoughts disappear to? Where does the body disappear to? Where do mental images disappear to? Where do emotions disappear to? Where do perceptions disappear to? Everything is cut away completely. And if we ask whether we are still alive, we are indeed still alive, aren't we? We have life, but our life simply has no form. Do you understand this point? This is mind. Only the original element of mind remains. Our mind. This is the immortal element, the original element, an element that is empty, exceedingly pure and clear. Can we perceive the clarity that lies before us? We cannot grasp it with our hands. This clarity that exists before us, hands pass through it, light passes through it. Yet clarity is neither darkness nor light. Darkness and light are energies, but clarity is the original element. Let me offer an analogy to help us visualize this clearly. When we look ahead, we see a phone or a wall. Try looking forward. Do you see the wall? Do you see the phone? But we cannot see the empty clarity that exists right in front of us. When the phone rings, our eyes don't see it immediately. Then in an instant, we see the phone. In an instant, we see the house wall. In an instant, we see the window, the fan. Do we see the pure clarity that exists before us? Hands cannot grasp it. This pure clarity before us, darkness can pass through this clarity, light can pass through this clarity, but the clarity itself is neither darkness nor light. Darkness and light are energies, but pure clarity is the original element. To illustrate this clearly, as we're looking forward right now, do we see the phone or do we see the wall? Between when the phone reaches our eyes do not see it. Look, we see the phone. Look, we see the wall. Look, we see the window, the fan. We can see everything, but we cannot see the empty clarity that lies before us. Yet we know this empty clarity is here. Between the wall and our eyes, there is this empty clarity. No need for thought to assign value to it as near or far. Thought assigns value only when comparing one point to another. Do you understand? When one thing is compared to another, valuation happens immediately. This we call near, that we call far. This we call thick, that we call thin. This we call high, that we call low. When we assign value to one thing compared to another, we continue to assign meaning. This means short, this means tall, this means thin, this means fat. This is the mind assigning values. Here, we must understand first. I am telling you that this empty clarity, we know of its existence through our minds, through the nature of mind itself. For all these empty phenomena are of the same essence as our mind. Our mind is a formless life element, incredibly pure, empty, and clear. Yet we remain unaware of this. The question is, why don't we know this? Because no one has taught us. Due to this extremely clear nature, imagine within this empty clarity, there exists a round orb of life energy. We are like a clear round element within this spherical empty clarity, so clear that we cannot know we were once this element. Why? Because there is no rippling at all within this formless, empty, clear life element. Within this, there is no movement, no coming or going, no arising or ceasing, no birth, no death. We are an element that is neither born nor dies. This nature is neither dark nor light, it is clear. This nature merges as one with the empty clarity of the universe. As an analogy, take one drop of water from the ocean. This one clear water drop is our mind. And we say that living beings on this earth have minds dwelling in vessels. Animals, aquatic creatures, land animals, winged beings, underground creatures, or the animal that is human. They have the life element, metaphorically, a single drop of clear water dwelling within. We say these single drops of water dwelling in all sentient beings are infinite in number. Now, if we can truly realize that we are mind, this pure, clear life element, and clearly see that nothing is truly us, that this form is not us, but merely a tool that produces sound, mental images, emotions, perceptions, and can remember things. Even the body is just a tool. This voice that I'm opening my mouth to speak with is also just a temporary instrument we're dwelling in. If one day we see this truth that these things are not really us, we are merely residing in them temporarily. They are not us. We are the mind, the life element. If we can understand this, we must listen and follow along, understand deeply. When we understand and see this truth, that spoken sounds have no physical form to grasp. They appear and then disappear. Speaking happens by itself. It produces its own sound and assigns value and meaning to what this sound means. And now it is perceiving this sound. Do you see? Do you see that right now our mind is perceiving this sound, hearing by itself, perceiving by itself? See? No need to intentionally listen. No need to practice mindfulness or anything at all. No need. We just observe that right now. It perceives by itself, smells by itself, tastes by itself, sees by itself, hears sounds by itself, feels cold and heat through the body by itself. When we see that all these things know themselves, speech happens by itself, emotions appear and dissolve by themselves, happiness appears and dissolves by itself, suffering appears and dissolves by itself. All emotions appear and dissolve by themselves like this. Nothing is truly us. We see these manifestations through inner awakening. Observe without trying, without concentrating, without staring. Just listen to understand, and when you can observe that it thinks by itself, imagines by itself, has emotions by itself, perceives. When you can see this, a reversal occurs back into the mind. Snap, and separation will happen. We will be pulled out from these vessels, as if we are another nature that is profoundly clear, extremely pure, watching this form, watching how this form thinks, imagines, has emotions, but we are not connected to it at all. Whenever we see this truth, the mind separates itself. This might be called a breakthrough, and a feeling of lightness and relief will arise, tears falling. Whenever we see this, we will understand that we are mind, the formless life element. Nothing on this earth is truly us. We will become those who are above the world, free from the world, and beyond the world of the matrix. When we are pulled out of the attachment to these tools, it is like our clear drop of water being returned. The clear drop, which is our mind, is like our drop of water being returned to the ocean. When we place this clear drop in the ocean, what happens? We will no longer find our mind. It will merge as one with the entire ocean, right? Do you understand this? Whenever we awaken in our mind or life essence, we will see that we are the pure, clear emptiness that merges as one with the entire universe, and tears will fall. We will only see our own ignorance. Why were we so ignorant? Who would know that this body is not us? Who would know that the emotions we have always clung to, whether satisfaction or dissatisfaction, are not our emotions at all? No one owns these emotions. Who would know that the mental images we think of, our parents' faces, travel destinations, our workplace, people, are just natural phenomena with no owner? They are not us. Who would know that the voice we speak, the one we speak in our minds, the voice speaking in the mind, the voice that arises from our thoughts, constantly thinking? Who would know that this thought-formed voice is not us? It is a natural process working on its own. Who would know that the memories we have, from the moment we were born until now, have never truly existed? Who would know that the sounds we hear, the sensations we experience now, the smell, the taste, the touch, are not us who perceive them? All of this is nature, without self, without owner. Tears fall, feeling light and relieved, and the doubt fades away. This mind is not born. This mind has transcended the world. This mind has transcended the world of the matrix. Who would know that we are formless life essence, empty and pure? Who would know that what we are speaking is not us? Who would know that this is not sound? Who would know that no one is truly hearing it? Who would know that liberation from suffering already exists within the mind? Who would know that we are pure essence, the primordial element that existed before all things? Who would know that we are immortal essence? Who would know that we have changed bodies countless times? Who would know that we have been born as aquatic beings millions of times? Who would know that we have been born as land animals, underground creatures, and birds millions of times? Who would know that the bones we have, from all the bodies we have changed, have accumulated to a height greater than all the mountains on this earth combined? Who would know that the tears we shed in each life, in every existence, have flowed every time we were born? Our tears are greater than all the water in the oceans of this earth combined. Who would know that before the universe existed, there was life essence, empty and pure, the primordial element, the original substance that existed before the universe and before the stars emerged? Who would know that in the earliest past, there was a big bang, exploding from this pure, clear essence, the original substance of all things? When the explosion first occurred, immense energy spread out from the primordial element, and this induced the formation of dust particles, called the smallest particles of matter. The smallest particles split apart and then clung together, forming elemental matter. These particles then came together to form stars and the sun. Who would know that we have existed since then? We began to attach to the tiny particles of elemental matter in that star, and life began as single cells, 2 cells, 3 cells. At that point, we began to consume one another, eating and being eaten, with anger and hatred, with vengeance. You eat me, right? Next time, I will be born again, and I will eat you. When we consume, they become angry and hateful towards us. In the next life, they are reborn as single-celled, 2-celled, or 3-celled creatures, beings in that star. They consume, and we consume in return, eating each other, filled with anger and hatred. This cycle continues back and forth in conflict until today. Who would know that we have become attached to our bodies, to these physical forms? Who would know that we consume the minds of others? We consume them, and they consume us, back and forth like this, an endless cycle that has lasted beyond measure until now. Who would know that our mind or life essence has inhabited so many different vessels? Who would know that it is ignorance, a delusion, that leads to birth without purpose? We are born and change bodies each time, born to eat, sleep, wake up to find food, and then sleep again, eating and being eaten, then sleeping, waking up, eating and being eaten again, and then sleeping. In the end, we are consumed, harmed, or the body simply wears out and decays, passing away. Who would know that our mind never dies, never is born? Who would know that our mind drifts, seeking a new vessel? Each time this body decays and dies, the mind drifts to find a new body. Once it obtains that body, it eats and sleeps, eats and is reborn, eats and sleeps, causing harm. In the end, it grows old, suffers, and dies again. Our mind drifts to find a new body. Once it obtains a new body, it eats and sleeps, grows, ages, suffers, and dies again. Then the mind drifts to find another new body. This cycle continues, an endless wheel of rebirth in various vessels, clinging to the belief that we are aquatic beings, land animals, creatures of the earth, birds, and eventually humans. We have changed vessels many times. Who would know? Because no one has taught us. Who would know that we have changed vessels so many times? Who would know that we are not born just to die in vain, but we are born to rely on these tools, to rely on this sound, mental images, emotions, and the sensations we experience, using these tools to learn the mind, to understand that we are formless life essence, empty, clear, and pure. It is like we have entered the world of the Matrix. We think we truly live on this world, but little do we know that everything is a world of illusion. When we awaken, we will see that these things do not truly exist, and we will awaken from this world of fabricated illusion. It is like we fall asleep and dream, and then we wake up. The method is not difficult. We only need to listen to the tapes I have recorded, over 400 of them. Listen repeatedly. Listen until my voice resonates within the mind, until our mind awakens. Listen to understand deeply. The more we listen, the more we understand. It is like adding wisdom to the mind. 1%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 25%. Then, when the realization strikes, tears fall, and we come to understand that everything is just a world of thought. When do we realize that everything in this world is a world of thought? Why do I say this? Let's take a look at that thing and see if it is truly what it says it is. Look at the tree. Does it say what kind of tree it is? It says it is a mango tree. Does it say it is a lime tree? Does it say it is a teak tree? Does it say it is a plant, a vegetable, or a fruit? Let's look at the things around us on this world, sweeping our gaze from left to right, from right to left. There is only the knowing that no one claims. It knows on its own. Try sweeping your gaze from right to left, from left to right, and keep sweeping your gaze. There will only be knowing without any story, without speech. But the voice we like to think and rely on, this is the tool. We return to rely on this voice and give it the value that this is a window, this is a door, this is a fan, this is a telephone, this is a cloud, this is a black cloud, a dark cloud, a white cloud, a cream cloud, a blue cloud. This is the sun, this is the moon, this is a tree, this is a river, this is grass, this is a bird, this is a duck, this is a chicken, this is a fish. This voice speaks. Look at this body, this vessel we inhabit. Look and see. Does it say, this is the left leg, the right leg? Look and see. Does it say, this is the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger? Does it speak? No, it doesn't. Then who is speaking? Is it this voice that speaks? The voice that speaks in the mind? This voice is thought, isn't it? Do you see that only this thought is speaking continuously? Who can see this? Look at the things around you. Do you call them father, mother, grandparents, relatives, siblings, or children? Look closely, or is it just knowing, an empty knowing? Or does it know on its own? Can you see that it knows on its own? Can you see that it knows in an empty way, without any story? Can you see that all things do not say what they are? That thing is neither good nor bad. Now observe how we assign value to it, calling one person good and another person bad. Look closely. Do you see that animal? Has anyone told you that this animal is good or that this animal is bad? That this animal has a good nature or that this animal has a bad nature? Look carefully. Try looking at the termites. Do we have any indication that this termite has a bad nature or a good nature? Does this termite have more power or does this animal have less power? Look closely. Is there anything about the termite that shows it has more or less power? Now, look up at the sky and then look down at the ground. Do we see humans scurrying around all over the place? We don't know. They run around without any direction. Do we look at humans the same way we look at termites? Look from the sky down to the ground. Look closely. Is there anything that indicates that this person is good or that this person is bad? Is there any indication? This person is very bad. This person is very good. Is there any indication? It's no different from termites. Look from the sky down to the ground. There is only this voice telling you, this is a woman, this is a man, this is a good person, this is an evil person. This voice speaks. This voice says, this is the left arm, this is the right arm. While none of these things speak, who can see this and then have tears fall? Where are we? This body will not last long. It will decay and die, right? If this body dies now, our mind will detach from the body, right? It will immediately seek a new body. This indicates that our mind or life essence has no form. Do you understand? Our mind or life essence has no form. We inhabit this form to fulfill the purpose of developing and understanding the mind or life essence. Do you know that if we miss the chance to be human in this life, when this body dies, our mind will drift and be reborn as an animal 99.999% of the time, as an animal in all cases. I am not talking about the spiritual world now. The spiritual world is divided into many parts. but I will speak about the physical realm first, the body of animals and the body of humans. These vessels are difficult to attain. It is very hard to become human. Most beings are born as animals. Now, when this body decays and dies, our mind does not die. Do we understand this? Our mind has no form and relies on this vessel that has form. Do we understand? Because we have no form, we rely on a vessel that has a form just like us. We must put on a body. Without a form, we have to wear this body. And once we wear it, we have form. Do we understand? If we imagine ourselves as a pure element of nature, by chance at that moment, there was fertilization in our mother's egg, and so we attach to it. Whoever arrives first is born first. But there are countless beings waiting in line to be born. The opportunity for us to come, with good timing, to dwell in a human vessel is exceedingly rare. Now, if we were born as aquatic creatures, who would teach us? No one would tell us that we are a mental element, that life doesn't truly exist, correct? Once born as an aquatic creature, we simply seek food. How do we know we must seek food? Because in our original state, we have no form. We are a life element that is empty, clear, and pure. Each time we dwell within the vessel of an animal, we immediately identify ourselves as that animal, for we do not know what we truly are. Here is another clearer metaphor. Our mind is empty and clear, like the transparent emptiness before us. We likewise do not know what we are, because within this emptiness, there are no conditioned phenomena to indicate our nature. We cannot understand ourselves without tools, without a framework. Without form, we cannot communicate with one another. Without the evolution of communication and learning through increasingly subtle logic up to the present, we would remain unknowing. If the evolution of our vessel were not advanced and truly complete, we would be unable to understand what we are. When we are born as aquatic creatures, we cannot know that we are pure elements. It's impossible. We simply exist to consume and be consumed. Land animals, underground creatures, and winged beings are the same, born only to participate in the cycle of consumption. They cannot think or contemplate, unable to use the refined logic available to humans, what we might call intelligence. With limited intelligence, there is no possibility. One needs abundant intelligence. This is just a metaphor. One must pass through sufficient evolutionary development to understand that we are pure elements. Without this understanding, we cannot know our true nature as pure elements. Our minds will endlessly drift from vessel to vessel without conclusion, because our minds lack answers. This is called the absence of wisdom. We are born in many vessels because we seek to understand that we are mind and life element. To realize that we are mind and life element, we must find the best physical vessel. Otherwise, self-knowledge remains impossible. As we change bodies as various animals, most have no way to achieve enlightenment. We are extremely fortunate now to be born human and to encounter teachers who can guide us. I have explained the nature of mind to you in over 400 detailed recordings. If anyone listens and still doesn't understand, oh, that indicates a serious difficulty. All of us, whether children, elderly, disabled, women, men, all genders, all ages, all castes, all statuses, all ideologies, all religions, all nationalities, all ethnicities, can listen and understand. It should take no more than 7 days, 7 months, or not exceeding 1 month. Anyone requiring longer than a month faces serious difficulty. After a short while of careful listening to grasp the principles, we will gain clear insight into the mind, and we will not be reborn again. We will escape from the matrix world, speaking in Western terms. We will not be born again. We will suffer no more. the world will enter an era of peace. If we truly understand the mind, we will be completely free from suffering, 1,000,000%, and we will not be reborn. This world will be filled with peace and tranquility. If we realize that we are mind, a formless life element, it means that nothing among all things is truly ourselves. When nothing is truly ourselves, there is no boasting or arrogance. Competition and causing harm to one another vanish. Stress disorders disappear. Panic disorders heal. Neuroses fade away. Phobias and depression completely recover. Cancer and stress-related illnesses are cured. Insomnia is overcome. We will be freed from countless worldly ailments. Our bodies will become strong. Our minds will be radiant and joyful. We will live together with bright smiles. Our conversations we will speak only of freedom from suffering, no longer discussing suffering at all. We will talk only about the mind, about the purity of mind, about the state beyond suffering. These are the blessings, the results that arise from studying and understanding the mind. Now imagine that we are a clear element, round and transparent, empty and utterly clear, without any form, completely pure. In our beginning state, this clear element, just as a metaphor, is already pure. Then darkness passes through this clarity. What happens? The clarity blends with everything, correct? It's not related to the darkness. Yet the darkness completely absorbs the clarity. Do you understand this point? The darkness completely absorbs the clarity. So when we look, we see only darkness everywhere. Isn't that right? But do you know that there is still clarity right here? Do you understand? Now imagine our mind or life element. Suppose that initially we had no form. At the very beginning, we had no shape. Let's say we were a clear, empty, highly pure element existing among all things. Then, when darkness passes through this clarity, we begin to sense the energy of darkness that envelops us. We start to feel, hey, we are this darkness. Do you understand this point? When darkness passes through the clarity that is our life element, we cannot know what we truly are because we are transparent, understand, and we have no tools, no energy, nothing at all. Yet I cannot say there is no energy. It is the original element that creates all things. It creates all energy, essentially creating the entire universe. The sounds we speak arise from mind or life element. Even this body takes form because we have mind and life element. Do you know? When a mother's egg combines with a father's sperm, at that exact moment of combination, if there is no mind or life element to dwell within it, that egg will simply disintegrate. No matter how they combine, life cannot emerge. After combination, it would harden and die, breaking apart. When egg and sperm unite and then harden and disintegrate, why does this happen? Because no mind or life element has come to dwell within it, what we call the absence of conception. When consciousness or life essence does not enter into conception in the mother's womb, that egg will immediately deteriorate and wither away. Do you understand this, everyone? When consciousness or life essence enters into conception in the mother's womb, the egg and sperm, when combined, will divide and begin to develop life, because the life essence has come to dwell there. Do you understand this point? Now, when the life essence comes to dwell, that material substance, when consciousness or life essence comes to conception and resides there, begins to expand, divide, and form a shape. It is like energy being infused. Once this energy enters the material elements, they begin to expand until they develop into a complete form. Do you understand? But if there is no consciousness or life essence, entering into conception, form cannot develop at all. I am pointing out to you all that your consciousness or life essence is the primordial element, generating abundant energy from within itself and causing the appearance and form of all material elements to arise. It is like the first moment before the universe existed. When the first star was born in that clear emptiness, this primordial element was a clear essence. But this element had nothing within it. It remained just that clear, pure, exactly as it was there. Nothing can measure it, yet it knows itself through its own nature. We are this element, like how we know that right now we have life, but do not know what form life takes. We do not know, yet we know we have life, and know with certainty that it is a formless life. We know we are this essence, but cannot measure it with any instruments that humans in this coarse world use for measurement, because the primordial element cannot be measured by coarse things. This is the comparison. Imagine that we are the egg yolk, and the egg white is the conditioned phenomena enveloping the yolk, an energy that surrounds consciousness, layered like this. Consciousness is the primordial element, like the egg yolk, and the egg white surrounds the yolk, isn't that right? The egg white is comparable to mental formations, the energy that radiates outward as sound, as mental images, as emotions. Try to think of a feeling of intense anger. It has great power. That intense anger is that kind of energy. Then try to think of a feeling of great happiness, a feeling of great contentment. This too is energy in the same way. Positive energy can be considered as happiness. Negative energy is the energy of anger. Then there is neutral energy in the middle, energy that exists as emotion, as sound, as image. These energies are comparable to the egg white surrounding the yolk, even memory, even the act of perception that is perceiving right now, hearing sound right now. Do you see? Do we see that we hear our own sound? Who understands this point that what is being heard is one's own sound? No need to try. You hear your own self, isn't that right? Where are we? Let the mind answer. Truly, it's just this simple. If we can see this point, it is finished. We will rebound, and our consciousness will be freed from this mass, freed even from the state of knowing, and there will remain no sense of self. Observe carefully to understand. Who is knowing right now? Who is hearing sound? Where are we? Let the mind answer itself. Let it answer on its own. Let it reveal on its own. Let it know on its own. Our duty is to awaken our consciousness, to continuously deepen our understanding of the mind by listening, embracing, and following with understanding. That's all. The egg yolk is consciousness, the pure element. The egg white is the natural phenomenon that surrounds the yolk. If compared to energy radiating from consciousness, the energy radiating from consciousness is like a single sun. What kinds of energy radiate from the sun? Heat, light, gravitational energy, attractive force, electric waves, magnetic fields. This comparison goes only this far for now. What radiates around the sun is called energy that is emitted. The sun itself is not aware of this, but these energies are inherent properties that the sun must possess. In the same way, the egg yolk naturally has the egg white as its surrounding nature, protecting and safeguarding the yolk. This is the second layer. The third layer is the eggshell. The eggshell is very coarse. The eggshell arises from the egg white that creates this shell. The yolk generates the egg white to envelop itself, and the egg white, in turn, forms a shell to encase it further. This entire structure serves to protect the yolk. The shell is akin to the human body or the body of any living being. Do you understand? The voice we dwell in, the voice we use to communicate, This body is merely a shell, serving as a vessel for existing in this world. Isn't that so? We are the essence of life, formless and profoundly pure. Do you understand the meaning of purity? We are the mind, the pure essence. We have no form. We merely reside within this vessel. Do you understand? The type of being we inhabit is of no significance. We dwell within this vessel, using sound to communicate, using mental imagery to communicate, using emotions to communicate, using perception to communicate, and using memory to communicate in this world. Yet we are the mind, the pure essence of life. We are not inherently connected to this world. We merely use it as a medium for communication. Do you understand? If we can grasp what I am explaining, that the eggshell is not us, that the egg white is not us, and that we are the yolk, then that is the end. Anyone who truly understands this will see that if we are the yolk, then the shell is not us. If we can see that the shell is not us, then the egg white is not us either. If we can see that the egg white is not us, then neither is the shell. Are we the yolk? That is the end. If we realize this, it is complete. We will not be reborn again. Let me say it once more. It's as simple as this. We will no longer suffer from anything. We will not be reborn again. This will be our final existence. We will step out of the world of the matrix, to put it in Western terms. Understand this. I want to tell all of you, do not suffer over anything, because nothing in this world truly exists. This world is merely a place for us to learn that we are the pure essence. That is all. I will share another analogy with you. This is like an old story retold, so take it in and understand it. There were two individuals, A and B, living in a certain monastery. They resided among many people in the city. Let's say that A and B were sages, just as all of us are sages. But for now, let's assume that A and B were not sages. They lived in a city, in a monastery, and one day they spoke to each other, saying, "Our friends are just ordinary people, aren't they?" A and B were just ordinary, simple-minded people. They had a conversation. The friends we live among every day. Why were we born? I asked B, and B replied, "I feel the same way. I've seen everything. Is this all there is to this world?" And answered, "Yes, I feel the same. I'm tired of all the performances, the singing, the dancing. Why is this all there is? This isn't what we are looking for." The two of them continued talking, realizing that everything people chase, whether it be wealth, family happiness, entertainment, travel, laughter, indulgence, or intoxication, was not what they truly sought. A and B's lives were not troubled, yet they felt that this was not what they truly sought. They spoke to each other. "Why were we born, my friend?" "I don't know either." "Why were we born? What is it that we truly seek?" Then A and B said, "From now on, my friend, let's go seek a sage. We do not know how we came to be. This question will never be truly answered unless we find a sage to teach us, to tell us why we were born. Whoever finds the path to liberation first, whoever realizes this truth and is freed from suffering, not just understanding why we were born, but truly attaining freedom, let them come back and share it, my friend." With this, A and B made an agreement. It was as if they had decided that whoever discovered the way to be liberated from suffering, to transcend the cycle of birth and death and never return, should come back and reveal the truth to the other. Then A and B parted ways. A went in search of a sage, while B also set out to find one. In the end, B found a sage before A did. So let's say that B was the first to find the sage. The sage said, You must cast away all your garments, renounce everything, and become like a wandering ascetic. You must dwell in the charnel ground, lie among corpses, sit in meditation all day, refrain from eating, consume as little as possible. Better yet, not eat at all. You must walk, sit, and wear nothing at all. This is the way to relinquish everything completely, and then you will find true peace. Vinny devoted himself to this practice with great determination, seeking liberation from suffering. Yet, while enduring such hardship in his training, he was already caught in suffering, hoping to be free from suffering. Yet he subjected himself to suffering, sleeping among corpses, wearing no clothes, sitting all day, walking all day, dwelling among the dead. He barely ate, enduring great hardship. There was no happiness, only suffering. He suppressed his fear, exhaustion, and pain, holding everything inside, despite the overwhelming torment. He struggled to overcome it with sheer endurance, believing that this was the path to liberation. To be free from suffering, one must live this way, wearing nothing, possessing nothing, sleeping on the ground, eating from the earth, resting among corpses, sitting, lying, walking amidst the dead. It was a life of immense hardship. This was the practice of letting go. He said that was right, because many people came to practice. He is Mr. B, while Mr. A went to meet several sages, tried many places, but found that none were right. Mr. A said firmly that it wasn't right, tried here and it wasn't right, tried staying there and it wasn't right. Mr. A stated, "Without suffering, one cannot transcend suffering. I have not yet transcended suffering." Mr. A encountered the Dharma and met a teacher who taught him to know the mind. This teacher said, "We are the mind, the formless essence of life, empty, clear, and absolutely pure. Our pure essence cannot know itself as pure essence, because there is no fabrication, no instrument for such knowing. Therefore, we come to rely on instruments, using the body as an instrument, using sound for communication as an instrument, using mental images, emotions, and perceptions, using the vessel of the body to communicate as instruments. Now that we have come to depend on this vessel, let us observe whether this vessel is truly ours or not. Are these instruments truly ours? Do you see that this body cannot last long, that it will soon break down and pass away? Is this not so? When this body is not us, try removing this body. What remains? Remove the coarsest layer, which is the shell. What remains? The egg white and yolk remain. We are the yolk. We are the mind. The egg white is the instrument used for communication. The sounds we speak, can you see they cannot be grasped? The sounds that are spoken arise by themselves, appear by themselves, dissolve by themselves, think by themselves. Can you see this? Do you see that thinking happens on its own? Then where are we? If the sounds speak by themselves, think by themselves, and are not us, then we are the essential life mind. We are the yolk. This sound is the egg white. Mental images, emotions, perceptions are the egg white. We are the yolk. The mental images we create, do you see them? Try to think of your parents' faces. The image appears instantly, doesn't it? Does it truly exist? This image doesn't truly exist, correct? The sounds we speak. Try saying 2 bowls of noodles. Try saying it. Does this sound truly exist? Can you grasp it? Number. When we say 2 bowls of noodles, can you see the image as well? This sound creates an image too, do you see? And where has this sound gone? Do you see? When we ask, where has this sound gone? The sound that said 2 bowls of noodles has already disappeared. The image has also disappeared. Do you see? Can you hear it now? This sound is a new sound that has arisen. The previous sound has disappeared. Now this sound emerges anew. The sound from a moment ago has vanished again. Do we understand? This phrase, "do we understand?" is a new sound. The old sound has already disappeared, do you see? It is merely something that is expelled and then vanishes, expelled and then vanishes. The sounds spoken within the mind, our thoughts, are merely energy that radiates out and disappears, radiates out and disappears, expelled and then vanishes. It is like the egg white, but we are not the egg white. Do you understand? Both sounds and the mental images we visualize have no self-identity. They are simply that way by nature, simply that kind of energy, expelled and then dissolving away. Our existence within emotions is the same. The emotions of satisfaction and dissatisfaction that we dwell in are like the yolk residing within the egg white. But the egg white is not the yolk, do you understand? Can you see that emotions are also like a form of energy that is expelled? When we think and imagine things happening as we wish, emotions are expelled as satisfaction. When things go as we think and imagine. Suppose we think about wanting to eat noodles and then we get to eat them. Satisfaction arises, correct? But if we think about wanting to eat noodles and don't get to eat them, then dissatisfaction arises, do you see? Emotions are also a kind of energy that is expelled, taking the form of negative emotions and positive emotions. Whatever type of emotion it may be, it is still an emotion, energy that arises and then dissolves. Thus it is said that happiness and suffering are the same thing. Whether we say this person is good or think that person is not good, good and not good, good and evil are the same thing. Right and wrong are also the same thing, because we assign these values through our thinking. Do you understand? The emotion of happiness and the emotion of suffering are the same thing, because they are emotions, energy that we expel and then dissolves. It is like the sun radiating light and heat. The sun's nature is to radiate these things as its normal function. No one owns the brightness or the heat. Do we understand that we are the yolk producing the egg white? But the egg white is not us. Just as when we pass gas, it is natural for the wind to be expelled from the body, isn't it? Does anyone own this passing gas? Similarly, does anyone own emotions? Do emotions have a tangible self? They do not, correct? So why foolishly cling to them? If we see that these emotions are not our emotions, that they are simply a natural phenomenon that emerges and then dissolves, then who is there to be happy? Who is there to suffer? Where are we? If the sounds being spoken now are simply a form of energy that is released, where are we? Mental formations are a form of energy that is released. Where are we? Emotions are a form of energy that emerge and then dissolve. Where are we? Right now, you are hearing sounds. See? The hearing happens by itself. The perception occurs on its own. Isn't that right? Where are we? There's no need to practice anything special. Just observe that these things are not us. Just notice that the egg white is not us. The eggshell is not us. We are the egg yolk. This body is a vessel that cannot last long. Soon it will break apart. And this body exists because we think it does. We assign meaning to it, saying these are limbs. This is the left hand. This is the right hand. This sound is speech. Have you noticed? Try looking at this thing. It's not actually speaking. It's not us. It doesn't belong to us. It is this sound that we dwell in. Observe where this sound exists. It's energy that emerges forth. Do you notice the voice speaking within your mind? Do you see the thoughts dwelling in your heart? That's it. Energy that emerges and then dissolves away. Mental images are energy that emerges and then dissolves. Emotions are energy that emerges and then dissolves. No one owns these phenomena. Do not cling to them, for they exist this way naturally. They are not us. Nothing is truly us. Do you see that what is here knows itself, remembering or not remembering? It all happens by itself. Keep understanding. Listen to me. Understand, understand, understand until it reaches your heart, until tears suddenly flow forth. We can swiftly realize this pure element only when we establish truth within ourselves. Think of what you most revere or have the deepest faith in, whether it's Buddhism or another religion. The specific religion doesn't matter, or even if you follow no religion at all. Let me offer this metaphor. If you practice Buddhism, you might ask all Buddhas to bear witness. We may ask those we hold in highest esteem to witness that from this moment forward, we will diligently listen to this Dharma. We will awaken, observe the mind, and see that thoughts, mental images, emotions, and all perceptual phenomena are natural occurrences, not ourself, not belonging to us. I shall never foolishly cling to these phenomena again. I will not be reborn. This lifetime will be my final birth. Let us establish this intention. When I have fully awakened to mind, to the pure element, and clearly realized that I am this pure element, no longer subject to birth, no longer bound by suffering, I will teach others. I will distribute this recording so everyone in this world may listen. I will tell all that we are mind and life essence, empty, clear, and utterly pure. Do not foolishly cling to thoughts, mental images, emotions, or the act of knowing. These are suffering, the endless cycle of rebirth. Understanding this completely, we will no longer foolishly cling, foolishly suffer, or foolishly be reborn. This will be our final lifetime. Let us establish this intention. May this truth be fulfilled. Sadhu. We should establish this intention now, declaring it with our hearts. When our minds are firmly resolved, following this truth, at this very moment of speaking, see who is actually speaking. Listen and understand this. We are mind. These conditions we dwell in are merely manifestations of mind. Pay no attention to this physical body, for it cannot last long. Soon it will disintegrate. But the crucial point is to see that this speaking voice is not truly us speaking. You must see this clearly. Whenever you're doing anything, sweeping the floor, mopping, or any activity, play my recording. Listen continuously until my voice resonates within your mind constantly. Then observe carefully. Then a thought arises. What should I eat? This type of voice emerges in your mind, saying, what should I eat? Maybe an omelette would be good. Or perhaps fried fish would be better. Or I could buy some papaya salad. When you can observe this inner voice, seeing that this speech happens by itself, like energy that emerges and then naturally dissolves away. Whenever you can see this clearly, and it suddenly clicks, wow, it really does speak by itself. We are merely here to verify how this speaking voice is not actually us. When you can truly see that it speaks on its own, everything is complete. Prepare for tears to flow. The voice that assigns meaning to all things in the world, saying, this is the world. Look closely. What declares itself to be the world? Observe everything. What defines what it is? That which we call water, look at it. Does it name itself? That which we call earth, look at it. Does it speak? That which we call rabbit, duck, chicken, or any creature, look at them. Do they call themselves by these names? There is only knowing, simply present. The mind has the function of awareness. perceiving through the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body, continuously receiving. Yet, it knows without anyone knowing. It knows by itself. Right now, we hear a sound. Do you notice that it speaks by itself? Where are we? Do you notice that it perceives a scent by itself? Where are we? Do you notice how emotions, satisfaction and dissatisfaction, arise on their own? Where are we? Let the mind answer. That is all. Whenever realization strikes, it gets angry by itself. Just a moment ago, it seemed as if anger was arising, and then it disappeared on its own. Just a moment ago, it seemed as if laughter was about to arise, and then it vanished. It speaks by itself. So where are we? Ask yourself, and let the mind respond. When the answer rises from within, in that instant, everything breaks apart, like being pulled away from the very sense of being human, as if this body shatters into countless fragments. The understanding that we once believed ourselves to be human shatters completely, leaving only emptiness, clear, pure, merging as one with the entire universe. Then we realize that we will not be reborn. There is nothing left. Here, it is empty, clear, pure, light, open, and boundless. This is the state that arises at the moment of release, an astonishing experience. But after that, everything returns to normal. Listen to my recordings frequently. An understanding will deepen gradually until this state arises, until we know, with absolute certainty in our hearts, that this mind will not be reborn. We realize that this form is not us. We realize that the voice that speaks is not us. The mental images, the sensations of knowing, none of them are us. If these things are not us, then there is no suffering. Whatever others may say about us is merely sound. When happiness arises, it is just as it is. When suffering arises, it is just as it is. Whatever form emotions take, they remain as they are. Whatever happens to the bodies of people in this world, arising, decaying, or passing away, it is simply as it is. Even this body, whenever it may die, is just as it is. Illness and pain are also just as they are. Suppose we experience severe stomach pain, we will clearly see, it aches on its own. It feels tight on its own. It struggles to breathe on its own. And in the end, it will die on its own. Our mind will no longer suffer from any condition in the body. No matter how much pain or discomfort arises, it will simply be known as it is. But that doesn't mean we don't go to the doctor. We still go, seek treatment, and do what is necessary. If the illness is cured, then so be it. It's just as it is. If it isn't cured, then so be it. It's just as it is. Do you see? There is no suffering over this form. If there is good food, we eat good food. If there is little, we eat little. We live in this world straightforwardly, without suffering over anything. And when there is no longer the sense of self, true peace will arise in this world. Now, suppose person A realizes this truth. He goes and tells person B, "Do you know?" And person B replies, "I don't believe it." Mr. A went to tell Mr. B, "I am free now, I no longer suffer. Come, I will tell you and help you be free too." But Mr. B was still deeply attached, entangled in his own illusions, lying bare among lifeless remains, walking and sitting in the same place, insisting, "This is suffering, this is suffering. There is no way out." Yet liberation comes through wisdom, and Mr. B refused to listen. 10 years passed before Mr. B finally sought to listen. Mr. A then explained, "This body is like an eggshell. The egg white is merely energy surrounding the yolk. We are the yolk. The body is like a shell. the voice that speaks, the mental images, emotions, and sensations. These are like the egg white. We are the yolk. Upon hearing this, clarity arose in Mr. B. He bowed and said, "It worked. I no longer suffer either. This is how it happens. These things that are being shared with us, we already have them. We already possess the pure, luminous essence of life. Each of us must overcome this game, realizing the mind and awakening to the essence of life. Realization does not come from striving to attain it, for we are already the essence of life. Simply do not cling to the voice that speaks. I use this voice only to show that it does not truly exist. See clearly that the voice speaking in the mind is not us. The mental images, emotions, and sensations of knowing, they are not us. Let these energies flow, be released. Do not grasp onto anything. The moment one is freed from these things, it is complete, because there is nothing that is us or ours at all. It is time to bring this to a close. May all of us, those who have made the unwavering vow to be free from birth, those who have listened and contemplated the words I have spoken, when the realization arises that nothing is truly us, now the time is right. Let us bring this to a close. May each and every one of you directly realize the formless, boundlessly pure essence of life at this very moment,